Chapter 3. Jonathan Russell speaking. The voice on the other end of the phone replies. Is your offer still standing? I ask him directly. He doesn't need any other explanation. Of course. Did you change your mind? Can you meet me in 2 hours in Yokohama Spaceport? I sure can. I'll meet you at gate A44, that's within the non-commercial section. I'll be there in 2 hours. I hang up. On my walk of shame back to the hotel, I decided there was no way I'd spend 2 years in prison. So I saw only one option left, to do what I usually do, fix Earth problems by leaving Earth. Sure, half a light year back and forth is over the top, but there's no way I can find another client on such short notice who's willing to pay what Dr. Russell pays. And I'm sure I will need the money 100 years from now. It's far from ideal, but it's infinitely better than 2 years in prison and being broke afterwards. I pick up the phone again and dial Wakato's number. This is Wakato. Wakato, hi, there's a change of plans. I need to leave as soon as possible. Don't ask any questions, I'll explain later. How is the ship? Post-flight maintenance has been done. Everything's been checked, sir. A refueling is scheduled within 2 days. Apart from that, I'm looking into the kitchen upgrades you mentioned. Yeah, we'll have to scratch those upgrades, I'm afraid. Can you prepare the shuttle and load it with maximum rations? I can, sir, but can I ask what's going on? I'll tell you when I'm at the spaceport. I'll be there in less than an hour. Sir, do you want me to ration the shuttle within the hour? Wakato asks, surprised. If possible, yes. That will be difficult. I interrupt him. Can you do it? He pauses for a second. I can, sir. I'll see you in an hour. I hang up and pack my bag. I don't know how much freedom is involved when the cop told me I would have a week to get things in order, so I'm not sure I'll even make it to the spaceport. I figure the faster I go, the better. I rush out of the hotel, get a cab and make it race to the spaceport. My bag in hand, I rush past the travel gates into the non-commercial section. I'm early, so I don't expect Dr. Russell to have arrived yet, but there he stands, in front of gate A44. In surprise, I blurt out, "You're fast." "I'm not fast, I'm prepared," he replies. "Hang on, do you know what's going on?" Now he looks at me, surprised. "I'm not sure what you mean. You called me, so here I am. I just meant that I didn't need to pack anything. I had everything already in order. What happened then?" I shake my head. "Later, we need to hurry." "Well, I'm not that much in a hurry. I'm sorry if I gave the impression I was. A couple of days of preparation time would have been fine." "Obviously, I am in a hurry. I'll tell you later. Let's get to the shuttle. Do you have anything you need with you?" He points towards 2 large bags in front of the gate. "Is there enough room for those on your shuttle?" "That should work." I lead the doctor through gate A44, straight onto the shuttle fields. Wakato's there, frantically directing 2 technicians who are loading the shuttle with dried food bags and drinking water. I sigh as I'm reminded there won't be any proper dinners on this trip. "Sir," Wakato exclaims when he sees me, "are you okay?" "Wakato, I'm glad to see you. Let's talk in a minute. This is Dr. Russell. He'll be my next client. Could you load his bags into the hold while I'll set him up in the shuttle?" Wakato looks confused but smiles and takes the bags without any further questions. I lead the doctor into the shuttle and set him up in the main passenger seat. "Are you okay waiting here for a couple of minutes? I need to check some final things with my valet." I exit the shuttle and pull Wakato aside. I tell him what happened in the police stations only a couple of hours ago. As I explain my plan to him, his expression changes from disbelief to sadness. "I'm so sorry, sir. If I had known the gentleman inquiring about you last year was a cop, I would have never told him anything." "Don't worry about it, Wakato. Even if you hadn't told him anything, they would still know when I returned based on the public flight records. There's nothing you could have done to prevent this. How's the fuel situation? I know we can't do a full power-up at the moment, but can I make it into lunar orbit?" "Oh yes, that should work perfectly. You can even reach Mars, but going any further would be too risky." I nod. "Lunar orbit should do." "I have to say, sir, I should have told you about Istra right upon your arrival, but I know you like a couple of days off before getting up to speed, and I figured it wouldn't be this urgent." "I don't think it would have made a difference, Wakato. Those people knew I was here as soon as I contacted Earth upon my return. I'm surprised they weren't here to meet me right at the spaceport, probably because I made a last-minute change to my landing schedule. So, you're leaving for 100 years then? I'm afraid so. I'm lucky this client was here in the right place and time. No room for me to get picky, I'm afraid. And that means then... I'm afraid so, Wakato-san. I'm afraid so. We look at each other for a moment in silence. I extend my hand and shake his. Thank you for all your help these past decades. You've been the best valet I've ever worked with. You know I mean that. He bows. I bow in reply. Well, no more time to waste. I hope we manage to take off. Otherwise, we might see each other again in half an hour. The technicians have just finished loading the rations, and I make it back into the shuttle. But Dr. Russell is waiting patiently and smiles when he sees me again. Everything okay? He asks. Everything will be okay, I reply. I'll tell you all about it once we're on our way, but now we need to lift off. I take place in the pilot's seat and perform all pre-flight checks in silence. Once I'm done, I open a mic channel connecting to Yokohama Spaceport's flight control. Yokohama Tower, this is taxi LT22, come in. Taxi LT22, this is Yokohama Tower, we copy you. Requesting permission for stationary departure, currently standing at gate A44, destination orbit lane A44, section D. Copy, stand by. Silence as my heart drops in my throat. Taxi LT22, this is Yokohama Tower, permission not granted. I repeat, permission for stationary departure not granted. I curse. I usually don't, but today I do. I look at the doctor's puzzled face. Yokohama Tower, copy that, permission not granted. Can you tell me the reason? Taxi LT22, your shuttle has been flagged for government inspection and is not allowed to leave the spaceport until further notice. I curse again. I turn to the doctor. So, Doc, I need to tell you something. I give him the shortest version possible of what happened, my previous client, the police station, and how I've been convicted when I was away. He listens patiently, without interruptions. So, to be clear, he replies when I'm done, my mission is absolutely crucial, not for theoretical science. No, it will have a tremendous impact on the future of space travel in general. You are the only pilot I could find who's able and willing to make this journey. You notice I came here immediately after you called me. That's because I've been ready to go at any given moment for a while now. He pauses, as if he's thinking about the best way to phrase this. Look, I've given everything for this research these past years. It's my life's work, and I don't care about the consequences in this current time. If I want my research to succeed, I need to travel half that light year. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm fine to do whatever it takes to get there. Now I look at him in silence. If I'm doing this, I'm taking a huge bet on someone who's practically a random stranger. I haven't had the time to properly vet him like I usually do with my clients. On top of that, I also haven't had the time to properly overthink the consequences of bridging 100 Earth years. I've never done such a long trip. The risk of the Earth dollar destabilizing should be pretty low, but 100 years is a lot. But what's the alternative? Prison and being broke afterwards. Look, he says as he taps his wristband, a small holographic display pops up. I said I'd pay you 6 times your normal rate. I'll pay you half that up front right now. He taps a couple of times on his display, and within 5 seconds, my own wristband vibrates. I've received his payment. I sigh and lean backwards. There's no use in putting off the inevitable. Yokohama Tower, be advised, proceeding with unauthorized stationary takeoff from gate A44, please make way. Taxi LT22, permission not granted. I repeat, permission not granted. I hear a faint siren in the distance, but it's quickly overturned by the sound of the engines. Hold on, Doc.